The PWM valve used on the Rogator provides fast response and is tunable for different applications. The standard valve cal is 43. The value 4 refers to the breakpoint digit. This sets the percent away from the target rate at which the PWM begins to slow down the motor to prevent overshooting. The value 3 is referred to as the deadband, which is the allowable difference between the target and actual application rate. In this example, no correction will be made if the rate is within 3% of the target. These values are starting points and can be fine-tuned by the operator for his machine. There are 4 remaining PWM settings that are adjustable in Raven field computers to further improve accuracy and the speed of the control. First, we must know how a PWM valve works. This type of valve has 2 wires, power and ground. The ground will remain constant while the power will lengthen or shorten a 12-volt duty cycle or pulse that will open and close the valve. PWM frequency. This is set to match the optimal frequency needed by the PWM valve. Raven PWM valves operate best at a frequency of 50 or higher. If the frequency number is too low, then the rate may pulse. If the frequency number is too high, then the rate may occasionally jump or act erratic. Min PW. This setting allows the field computer to account for any unused range of low side of the PWM valve where there are no noticeable changes in control of the pump. This will help the valve stay in the operational range where controlled adjustments will be effective. PW settings range from 1, fully closed, to 253, fully opened. The minimum valve is adjusted to the point where the product pump or conveyor just starts to move. Max PW. This setting allows the field computer to account for any unused range of the high side of the PWM valve where there are no noticeable changes in control of the pump. This will help the valve stay in the operational range where controlled adjustments will be effective. PW settings range from 1, fully closed, to 253, fully opened. The maximum valve is adjusted just to the point where maximum RPM of the product or conveyor are reached. Preset PW. This is user-defined to position the PWM valve to a set opening when the valve is cycled from the off position. When the master apply switch is activated, this will allow the valve to start controlling from the defined position, making a faster response to product control. This value is adjusted based upon operational preference, with consideration of machine type, flow settings, field type, and user characteristics. This setting must fall within the min and max PW values. If this setting is outside of the min and max PW values, the valve will control to the min or max values as defined in the system. This will vary by machine and operator. To set this value, see the Hertz value when coming into the headlands for consistent application into and out of the headlands. For example, with a minimum setting of 40 and a max of 253, when the master apply switch is cycled, the pump or conveyor will start at the main 40 and adjust up or down to achieve the desired rate, taking longer to converge on the desired rate. If you have a min value too high, you may not be able to achieve a lower rate as the value will not go below 40. The opposite holds true for the max PW. If the max value is set too low, you may not achieve a higher desired PW value than 253. Now, with a minimum setting of 75 and a max of 150, when a preset value is entered and the master switch is cycled, the pump or conveyor will start at the minimum, 75, and adjust up or down to achieve the desired rate. This will converge faster than before as the operating window has been narrowed. Now a minimum setting of 75, a max of 150, and a preset PW of 105. Knowing it takes a PW setting of 90 to maintain the desired rate, a preset value is entered slightly above or below. This will make convergence faster as the master switch is cycled, allowing the pump or conveyor to go directly to that value and then will adjust up or down to the desired rate.